Hello, students. I think it's been about a week since the last short devotion, and so today I think I'm going to name this In Pursuit of Toilet Paper in honor of this strange time that we're living in. I think we could do an entire session just based on memes that we're currently seeing on social media, right? One theme I think has particular application today is this idea of idols that we've allowed to push God out of our lives. We've spoken on this topic on several occasions, and said that we're so fixated on our own desires and wants, we don't often have time for God anymore. Our sports and extracurricular activities take our weekends and Wednesday evenings and summer, so we schedule God around them. It's rare I hear someone making decisions based on their ability or inability to serve God as they feel they've been called to do. But rather, generally, we say, let me fill my schedule with I want to, and let me see what's left over for God. And even then, with the time they do have left over for God, I don't see you because you're too tired to participate in youth activities or church or Bible study. And just to be clear, idolatry is more than the worship of images and false gods. It's really a matter of the heart, and it's associated with pride and being self-centered and greed and gluttony. In Philippians 3:19, it says, they are headed for destruction. Their God, small g, is their appetite. They brag about shameful things, and they think only about this life here on earth. Matthew 6:24 says, no one can serve two masters. Either you'll hate the one and love the other, or you'll be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Tim Keller says in his book, Counterfeit Gods, an idol is anything more important to you than God. Anything that absorbs your heart and imagination more than God, and anything that you seek to give you what only God can give. So essentially, an idol can be anything that takes the place of God as the most important focus and priority in your life. And right now, we see that many people are idolizing toilet paper. As we sit here on our little earthly thrones, we need this thing called toilet paper. The shelves are bare. We can't get enough of it. We need it. We seek it. We want it. We think about it. We spend all our time and resources on pursuing it, and it's taken the place of God as a priority in our life. And I want to point out one thing. Things that we make idols in our lives are not necessarily bad things. They're not. They become an idol when it takes the place of God as the most important thing in our lives. And what are some of those idols in our lives? Well, relationships, money, figures like movie stars, musicians, sports figures or sports, body image, social media, extracurricular activities, addictions, and even church can be an idol in our lives if we do it not for the love of God and the spread of the gospel, but because of our own pride and for the attention and self-gain that we want. And some of the means I spoke about earlier allude to the fact that maybe God somehow allowed this virus because we have become a nation of idol worshipers. Everything we've allowed to become an idol in our lives has now been taken away. Did we idolize sports or sports figures? Well, all sports have stopped, and then stadiums are locked. Did we idolize musicians and movie stars? Well, theaters, Broadway, Hollywood, venues are shut down. Did we idolize money? Many businesses are shut down or have slowed way down. The stock market has plunged. How about our own body? Did we idolize that? The gyms are closed. The spas are closed. Beauty shops are closed. Tattoo parlors are closed. Elective surgeries are canceled. Did we idolize our own pursuit of extracurricular activities such as sports, academics, band, dance? Well, schools are closed and all activity outside the home has been canceled. All those potential idols in our lives that we would have said we couldn't live without pre-COVID-19, we are now living without. And what are we left with? God and family. What was important then is no longer important, and what wasn't important now is important. Just look at different jobs. What's important today? Grocery store workers, stockers, utility workers, construction workers, trades, farmers, the medical staff. That's what's important today. And to close, I have to refer back to that Tom Brady film I've used on many occasions. If you remember, after winning several Super Bowls, marrying a supermodel, being one of the most recognizable sports figures alive, having more money than he can spend, Tom Brady said during an interview, there's got to be more than this. And so until we allow God to fill the emptiness in our hearts, we'll always be looking for more idols to fill our lives. And we will continue to pursue idols until either all the idols have left us broken and empty, or we've come to the end of our lives, or we've accepted the one true God and place him in the rightful place in our lives. And maybe God is telling us, as he did in Psalms 46:10, just to be still and know that I am God. And so I leave you with 2 Chronicles 7:14, and it's a good verse to memorize. And my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. And so my challenge for you today, students, is while many of distractions in our lives are no longer there, to be still and seek God. Allow God to heal you spiritually from the inside out. And when this is over, your relationship with God will be stronger, your faith will be stronger, and you will be able to go out and be a light in this world. And so I miss you guys. You have my number if you need to talk or text. I look forward to the day that we can all get back together. So till then, don't use too much toilet paper.